We now cross back to Atule Joka for the latest developments in this. Atule, it's great to have you once again on the agenda. What has happened since we last spoke on the program?
Well, thank you once again, police. There's just a commotion that has erupted here. Some of the committee members getting agitated. People understand that they have not gotten anything to eat ever since this has started earlier on. Some are saying the media must not be around here, but others are saying they need to be given a chance to try and speak their plight to the nation. Over 300 houses later were gutted down here, and people are trying to rebuild, are trying to pick up since earlier on in the morning, but they are yet to get some of that food aid relief and that temporary food aid relief to try and put something in the stomach as they try to rebuild their life and pick up those pieces. But I understand there are some updates that are happening. I understand some of the community members are getting agitated now. The tempers are flaring up high. Just before I speak to Ali, I see there's one committee member who's really keen to speak to the SABC. He says his name is Bongani Skuma. Maybe just some of your concerns and something that you want to say on behalf of the community to the world at large.
Lo material abasifumani sizobona masithini ubangibalo urhulumente wethu sipetheyo uzocaca namhlanje uzoniqubezelela umnta wethu nanku yiza mfethu.
Well, thank you so much. That is a community member, the police just articulating that what they need is the material to try and rebuild. But the gift of the givers is also here to try and speak to us. I'll try and speak to Ali. Ali, I understand there are measures to try and help the community here. Just talk to us. There was a meeting earlier on. Who was in that meeting and some of the resolutions that were taken in that meeting?
Okay, the meeting was this morning in the JOC meeting with the South African Police Service to see how we can assist the community in terms of humanitarian aid, in terms of water, blankets, food for the young ones, baby care packs and nappies. So our teams will be here this afternoon at 4 o'clock to feed the community and to see how we can further assist them. And from there, SASA will be taking over once they have the registration process.
And also, you said SASA was there, South African Police Services, the City of Cape Town, and the Gift of the Givers. Just talk to us about the role these different stakeholders are going to play, and also some of the...
in the meeting, SASA said they can, as you know, it's protocol in terms of bureaucracy. They can only start assisting once everyone is registered. So there's community leaders here who can register the people. From there, SASA will be taking over in terms of see what kind of aid they will be providing them, which is a norm. So in terms of providing urgent humanitarian assistance, that's where Gift of the Givers comes in. Until that process gets registered, it can take 3 to 4 days. But then the community will receive no assistance. So we are there to provide them with the basic necessities.
Okay. What sort of assistance or aid that you are looking to see that will be coming from SASA?
SASA said they will providing them grants, as they usually do on any other disaster site. That figures in terms of, I think it's 1,950 per family. So SASA will be providing them the grants.
Did they mention anything about the structures and also the material to help them to rebuild?
They said they're going to speak to provincial government to declare the site a disaster site. Once the site is declared a disaster site, they will be seeking funding from provincial government to assist this community with building material.
Thank you so much, Ali. Well, that was what Ali is saying. What is agitating some of the community members, even some of them, even go as far as saying they do not want food, but they want is the building material to try and rebuild from scratch. Ali confirming here that they want this site to be declared a disaster site so that government can come in and help people with that material to try and rebuild. But he also did mention that they will be providing that temporary relief aid as the Gift of the Givers, such as the essentials that for people, such as the nappies for the kids and also the food as well. But he also confirmed that SASA, after after they got all the database and the details of the people, they will give 1,950 to each household, but they need to get all the details of the people in the database. But as you can see that the community is now getting agitated because they have not eaten since this fire broke out. I also want to speak to some of the elderly people around here. We did speak to you on behalf of the youth. So if you want to go, if you are going to speak to all of you as the youth or as friends, it will seem like we're only entertaining you as friends. But I will give you I will give you just a chance to just say a few words briefly.
Into esiyifunayo apha singabahlali inye into yobana sifumane imaterial gelobhekele seva ngotazeni into yobana imaterial ayisaphumi ngelo xesha uthenga apha embaneni then kwacima yombaneni ngothi lapha yayiphumile imaterial uthenga apha ya then ke ngoyaphuma yomaterial ngapha ngokufuneka nalapha iphume siya nobana
well, because of time we have to end it at there, but as you can see, the common problem and also the consensus and the complaints from the committee members, they are complaining about the rebuilding material. They say this is what they want and they are sharing that consensus. Back to you, police.
Atule Joka, our reporter there, joining us from the Joe Slovo informal settlement in Cape Town. Thanks very much indeed for that report.